Hey everyone, and welcome back to Smart UK Pension. If you're a retiree or pensioner in the UK, today's video is incredibly important because we're talking about the Christmas pension bonus for 2025 and some major updates about holiday payments that could affect your finances this festive season. Make sure you watch this entire video because I'm going to break down everything you need to know, who qualifies, how much you could receive, and the exact dates when these payments will land in your account. And if you find this information helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to Smart UK Pension for more updates on your pension and benefits. So let's dive straight into it. The Christmas bonus is an annual tax-free payment that the UK government makes to pensioners and people receiving certain benefits during the holiday season. Now, you might be wondering, is this payment happening in 2025? What's the amount? And most importantly, am I eligible to receive it? These are all excellent questions, and I'm going to answer every single one of them in detail. First, let's talk about what exactly the Christmas bonus is. This is a one-off payment that was introduced back in 1972, and it's designed to help pensioners and benefit recipients with the extra costs that come during the Christmas period. We all know that the holidays can be expensive with gifts, food, heating bills going up in winter, and general festive expenses. The Christmas bonus is the government's way of providing a little extra financial support during this time. Now, here's what you need to know about the 2025 payment. The Christmas bonus for 2025 is confirmed to be £10. Yes, I know what many of you are thinking. £10 doesn't go as far as it used to, especially with the cost of living being what it is today. When this payment was first introduced over 50 years ago, £10 had much more purchasing power. There have been ongoing discussions and campaigns to increase this amount to reflect modern living costs. But as of now, the government has maintained the payment at £10 for 2025. Even though £10 might seem modest, it's still a tax-free payment that you don't need to apply for if you're eligible, and every bit helps during the expensive holiday season. Plus, I'll share some information later in this video about other potential payments and support you might be entitled to that can really add up. So who exactly qualifies for this Christmas bonus? You're eligible if you're present or ordinarily resident in the UK, Channel Islands, Isle of Man, or Gibraltar during the qualifying week. The qualifying week is usually the first full week of December, and you must be receiving at least one qualifying benefit during that week. The qualifying benefits include the state pension, pension credit, and various disability and carer benefits such as attendance allowance, disability living allowance, personal independence payment, armed forces independence payment, carers allowance, and several others. If you're receiving your state pension, whether that's the basic state pension or the new state pension, you automatically qualify. If you're on pension credit, you qualify. If you're getting certain disability benefits alongside your pension, you also qualify. The key thing is that you must be receiving one of these qualifying benefits during that specific qualifying week in early December. Here's something important to note. You only get one Christmas bonus payment even if you're receiving multiple qualifying benefits. So if you're getting both state pension and attendance allowance, you won't receive £20. You'll still receive the single £10 payment. However, if you're part of a couple and both of you are receiving qualifying benefits, you'll each get your own £10 Christmas bonus, so that's £20 total for your household. Now let's talk about payment dates because timing is everything when you're budgeting for the holidays. The Christmas bonus is typically paid in early December, and it's usually paid in the first full week of the month. For 2025, you can expect the payment to arrive in your bank account or by check during the first or second week of December. The government aims to ensure that everyone receives their payment well before Christmas Day, so you have time to use it for your holiday preparations. The payment is made automatically. This is really important. You do not need to apply for it. You don't need to fill out any forms or contact the DWP. If you're eligible and receiving a qualifying benefit, the payment will simply appear in your account alongside your regular pension or benefit payment, or it might come as a separate payment around the same time. It will show up on your bank statement as Christmas bonus or something similar. If you normally receive your pension or benefits by check rather than direct bank transfer, your Christmas bonus will also come by check. However, I would strongly recommend setting up direct bank payments if you haven't already, as it's faster, more secure, and you don't have to worry about checks getting lost in the post, especially during the busy Christmas period. Now, what if you don't receive your Christmas bonus when you're expecting it? First, don't panic. Payment dates can vary slightly depending on your specific circumstances and how you receive your regular pension. Give it until mid-December, and if you still haven't received it and you believe you're eligible, then you should contact the pension service or the office that pays your benefit. Have your national insurance number ready when you call, and they'll be able to check the status of your payment. Let's talk about some other financial support you might be entitled to during the winter months, because the Christmas bonus isn't the only help available. Many pensioners are also eligible for winter fuel payment, which is a much more substantial amount designed to help with heating costs during the cold months. For winter 2024 into 2025, the eligibility criteria for winter fuel payment has changed, and it's now mainly available to those receiving pension credit or certain other means-tested benefits. The amount ranges from £100 to £300 depending on your circumstances and age. If you're not already claiming pension credit, but you think you might be eligible, I cannot stress this enough. Please check and apply if you qualify. Pension credit is a massively underclaimed benefit. It's estimated that hundreds of thousands of pensioners who are entitled to it are not claiming it. Pension credit not only provides additional weekly income to bring you up to a minimum level, but it also unlocks access to other benefits like the winter fuel payment, help with housing costs, council tax reductions, and free TV licenses for those over 75. There's also the Warm Home Discount Scheme, which provides a one-off discount of £150 on your electricity bill during winter if you're eligible. The cold weather payment is another benefit that triggers automatic payments of £25 for each 7-day period of very cold weather in your area if you're receiving certain benefits, including pension credit. Going back to the Christmas bonus specifically, let's address some common questions and misconceptions. Some people wonder if the Christmas bonus affects their other benefits or their tax situation. The good news is that the Christmas bonus is tax-free, and it doesn't count as income for any other benefit calculations. So receiving it won't reduce any of your other benefits or push you into a different tax bracket. It's completely separate. Another question people often ask is whether they'll still get the Christmas bonus if they're living abroad. Generally, you need to be present or ordinarily resident in the UK, Channel Islands, Isle of Man, or Gibraltar during the qualifying week. However, there are some exceptions for people living in certain European Economic Area countries or Switzerland, but the rules can be complex depending on when you moved abroad and your specific circumstances. If you're a pensioner living overseas, I'd recommend contacting the International Pension Center to check your eligibility. They can give you specific advice based on your individual situation. Now, I want to talk about something that affects many pensioners, and that's the ongoing debate about whether the Christmas bonus should be increased. £10 was worth significantly more back in 1972 when this payment was introduced. If it had increased with inflation over the years, it would be worth well over £100 today. Various pensioner advocacy groups, charities, and campaigners have called for the government to increase this payment to reflect the real cost of living and the financial pressures that many pensioners face. The cost of living crisis has hit pensioners particularly hard. Energy bills have soared, food prices have increased dramatically, and many pensioners live on fixed incomes that don't stretch as far as they used to. While the state pension does increase each year under the triple lock system, which guarantees it rises by the highest of inflation, average earnings growth, or 2.5%, many pensioners still struggle financially, especially those who don't have additional private pensions or savings. There's been some positive news on other fronts, though. The state pension did see a significant increase in April 2025 due to the triple lock, which means pensioners are receiving more in their regular weekly payments. But many argue that a one-off boost to the Christmas bonus would provide meaningful help during an expensive time of year and would be a relatively small cost to the government compared to the benefit it would provide to millions of pensioners. For now, the payment remains at £10, but it's worth staying informed about any announcements or changes. That's exactly why subscribing to Smart UK Pension is so valuable. We keep you updated on all changes to pensions, benefits, and financial support for retirees, so you never miss out on anything you're entitled to. Let me give you some practical tips for making the most of your finances this Christmas season. First, Plan ahead and budget carefully. Write down all your expected income, including your pension, any benefits, the Christmas bonus, and any other sources. Then list your essential expenses and your Christmas spending. This helps you see clearly what you can afford and prevents overspending. Second, look for deals and discounts. Many retailers offer special discounts for pensioners, and there are often excellent deals in the weeks before Christmas. Consider doing your shopping early to spread the cost and take advantage of sales. Third, don't be afraid to have honest conversations with family about gift giving. Many families are choosing to do Secret Santa or set spending limits, which takes the pressure off everyone and can actually make gift giving more thoughtful and fun. Fourth, remember that many of the best parts of Christmas don't cost anything. Spending time with loved ones, watching classic Christmas films, going for winter walks, and enjoying festive music and decorations can bring just as much joy as expensive presents and elaborate celebrations. And fifth, make sure you're claiming everything you're entitled to. Check whether you qualify for pension credit, council tax reduction, housing benefit if you rent, help with NHS costs, and other support. The government's benefit calculators and services like Citizens Advice can help you understand what you might be eligible for. I also want to mention that if you're struggling financially, there's no shame in reaching out for help. Charities like Age UK provide advice and support for older people facing financial difficulty. Local councils often have emergency support funds. Food banks are available if you need them, and organizations like Christians Against Poverty and Step Change offer free debt advice if you're dealing with debt problems. The important thing is not to suffer in silence. There are people and organizations who want to help, and asking for support is a sign of strength, not weakness. Before we wrap up, let me quickly summarize the key points about the Christmas bonus for 2025. It's a £10 tax-free payment made to pensioners and people receiving certain qualifying benefits. It's paid automatically in early December, usually in the first full week of the month. You don't need to apply for it. If you're eligible, it will simply arrive in your account or by check. It doesn't affect your other benefits or your tax. And if you don't receive it when expected and you think you should be eligible, contact the pension service or your benefit office. Remember to also check your eligibility for other winter support like winter fuel payment, warm home discount, and cold weather payments. And most importantly, if you're not claiming pension credit but might be eligible, please do apply because it opens the door to so much additional support. Thank you so much for watching this video on Smart UK Pension. I hope this information has been helpful and has given you a clear understanding of the Christmas pension bonus for 2025 and what you can expect. I'm wishing you and your loved ones a wonderful, peaceful, and joyful Christmas season. Take care, stay warm, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.